As Ésme attacks persist in Delta State, the state government has changed its policy of waiting for the federal government and federal security agencies to bring to book suspected herdsmen who are doing all manner of things, commit all manner of havoc in the state. The state government has also cautioned traditional rulers and locals giving land to non-indigenous to do due diligence check on the persons so as not to create more problems for the state. Penultimate Tuesday, it had announced plan to set up a state security outfit, Operation G0Vong, to confront suspected criminal herdsmen and other hooligans operating in the state. Meanwhile, unknown assailants have killed 3 persons whose decomposing remains were discovered yesterday morning at a notorious flashpoint between Ugbolu and Ila communities in Oshimili North local government area of the state. This came as Chairman Oshimili North Council, Mr. Ndukwe Louis, warned that the council would come down heavily on defaulters and who refused to comply with the executive order issued last Wednesday, directing occupants of unauthorized camps in bushes in communities within the council to vacate them in 7 days. But some Fulani people in area on Monday protested the council's executive order, saying they legitimately acquire the said lands and pay rent to the respective communities. A source told newsmen that the decomposing bodies of the 3 victims could not be identified by the divisional police officer of the area and some elders of Ugbolu community who visited the scene. On the killings of Oshimili, Director General Young Nigerian Rights Organization Victor Uje told newsmen, saying, "We can now see reasons why the chairman of the council gave marching orders for everyone occupying the bushes in any parts of the council to evacuate with immediate effect or face the full wrath of the law. We certainly cannot fold our arms and watch our brethren have their lives cut short by evildoers. Truly, enough is enough." Contacted Police Public Relations Officer, PPRO, Delta State Command, Onome Onokwayewa, said, "I am yet to get official reports on that." Reacting to the protest by Fulani resident Oshimili North executive order, the council chairman warned that at the end of the ultimatum, saying, "We are going to come down heavily on the defaulters who refuse to vacate the bushes. We have communicated with the traditional rulers and security agencies." He explained that the order was necessitated by recent security challenges in the area, including high rates of kidnapping, killings, maiming, among others, suspected to be perpetrated by elements who have their hideouts in the bushes. Meanwhile, clutching placards with various inscriptions, the Fulani protesters said they were not criminals, but law-abiding Nigerians who have lived in the state from birth. Speaking on behalf of the protesters, Mr. Idris Abubakar noted that the quit notice would boomerang, adding that it will cause more havoc than it's intended to cure if the leadership of the council goes ahead to forcefully evict them from the bushes at the end of the 7-day ultimatum, saying that Governor Ifeanyi Okowa could not have given approval to the executive order evicting them. Abubakar said the council chairman acted out of his own volition, urging the federal and state governments to come to their aid. Delta suffering the heat, modified strategy, SSG. Abie said, "If we continue to say we will not take any action, we are criticized for it. So now we are going to take action because it is almost getting out of hand. The stories are becoming daily, and so we can't sit back when we see these things happening. We are just trying to rework the security architecture, and it is in collaboration with the security agencies, and we want to probably reposition our vigilante. Let me quickly explain something on the vigilante. You know the way the vigilante operates. They are not under one umbrella, so they sort of operation in splinter groups because they are from different communities, not even at the local government level. In a council, you find out that vigilantes exist independent of each other in the different communities. So one of the things we hope to achieve now is to be able to probably coordinate them, put them in proper perspective, and get them leadership, school, and train them up to a certain level, what to look out for and how to deal with the people, because for a lot of time they are not properly coordinated. That takes me back to intelligence, he said. On the revelation by the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Hafiz Inuwa, that some traditional rulers were collecting money from Fulani people and giving them sanctuaries to build camps, he said it was true and the government had cautioned the monarchs. His words, I am sure part of the intelligence given to the CP was from the third tier of government, the council chairman, because I happened to be at the meeting when these issues came up. We are very much aware of it and it is commonplace, and the things also is have Fulanis and the non-indigenous been with us from time immemorial? The answer is yes. Traditionally, when people come in, it is the responsibility of the traditional rulers. You go there, you announce your arrival, and they meet with them. Then they give you land or whatever, and it depends on whatever you want. Then you are integrated into the community. So, what I can just say is that the governor or the government of Delta State, it's like they have noticed that they have been waiting in vain. Because if you wait for the federal government, not even federal government, when you are saying federal government, it's just like it's an understatement. If you are waiting for Buhari to do anything, nothing is going to happen. Nothing will happen, because things like this have been happening over and over again, and he never made any comment. He never said anything. But when people start, when there's a reprisal against the Ŕđśm, the Fulani Ẹ́smẹ, oh, that is when he will not speak. That in a saner environment, you don't do such. But when it's happening to the other people, he will not say anything. He will just be mute. And very, very unfortunate. So if the state governments, if they are not ready to do anything, that is their own cup of tea. And also, you can imagine the leadership of the Fulani Ẹ́smẹ in that area saying that the chairman of that community, of that local government, acted on his own volition, that it is not it's not, he believes that the state governor did not approve of that. So okay, if the state governor does not approve of that, then he should continue to watch his people, lives being taken on a daily basis. That is the thing we are talking about. And again, for the monarchs, like now they said the information coming from the police that they got the information from a reliable source that these guys are really giving their lands and giving their lands to these Fulanis, and that is why they can have the audacity to say, no, we cannot leave this place. We bought it, we acquired it, and we can show you receipts. If the monarchs, if they don't desist from all these things, it will affect them at the end of the day. It will affect them at the end of the day. So the government needs to do something. The bus stops on the decks of the governor. The governor must do something. If you continue to wait for Buhari, nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. Now, it's as if we don't even value lives. We don't value lives. It's as if, if it's happening to other people, it's nothing. But by the time it comes closer to you, maybe you'll be able to have a better understanding. Because at the end of the day, when they talk about a chief security officer of the state, what does that mean? Waiting for the federal government. What does that mean in the recent, whether it's on paper or it is not reality? But what is the meaning of a chief security officer? They will be boasting, chief security officer. And again, they collect the security votes. What do they do with all of those things? And why they name chief security officer of the state? And yet, things like this are happening and you are still waiting for the federal government. Is that how it's being done? I don't just understand. So, they have to do the needful. They say they need to do the needful because they cannot continue to wait for the federal government, because federal government is not ready to do anything for them. Okay? Someone says, if what the late Saldana said, I quote, he will sit in Sokoto and his word will be touching the Atlantic Ocean. Is anything to go by? Then South, Southeast and Southwest should watch it before tenant becomes landlords. Abubakar is the brain behind all this havoc, fueling it and giving out vital information out to the criminals to carry out their evil activities successfully. Barry is not ready to say anything. The earlier the better. Don't just talk. Match your words with action. Let individuals and traditional rulers who may have sold land to these people refund their money to them and show them exit route. We can't continue to pray when we know what to do. Those who have been with us peacefully for a long time should throw away all new arrivals. If they want to remain, we should study history and avoid these murderous locusts, enemies that take long time to plan evil, and neighbors. Why are they importing arms and young men to the south? So guys, let us hear your opinion with the decision of a Delta state government. They say they are going to do the needful. They can't be waiting for the federal government, because at the end of the day, people's lives are involved here on a daily basis. Let's have your take in the comment section.